Yo, we back. We back with another one when he thought it wasn't gonna be no another one or something. Man, dude hit different when we back with another episode of Hoops. It different. Hold on, Golden Child.
Come on, man. What's going on, family?
Let's start that. Unity?
Big unity, man. Big unity for sure.
Now look, for a lot of the fans, a lot of people who probably don't know, can you just break it down, like who you is and exactly what you do in the city of Chicago? Because I've been watching your movement for a minute. Just break it down. I really feel like we on the same team. I feel like we doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
So just break it down in your words. Who you are and what exactly do you do?
I'm really just your brother. I'm your brother, man, in the trenches, in the city of Chicago, doing my best, with the resources that I got, to bring our hoods together, bring our communities together, and get us to understand that at the end of the day, we all we got, and that our unity is going to solve the vast majority of our problems. Music is the tool that I'm using, so a lot of time when you're trying to advertise or market something in our community, we learn how to talk, how to dress, how to walk, how to live our lives, unfortunately, for the most part, do what we see artists do and entertainers do. So I use music as a tool to, push a message out there that could potentially inspire us to start thinking about life different and doing things different in a way that's going to, bring us together, for sure.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So Golden Child, is that what the city call you? Like what do people call you in the street? Man. Is it just brother? Like what do you go by? It hit different. Let's just start there.
Man,
because a lot of people be like, man, what's his name? It hit different. Let's just start there.
So Golden Child is what most people know me by. If you don't know me personally, you don't know my real name, which is Kadir Abdul Hakim, which means capable or powerful, servant of the wise. People call me Brother Kadir if we done tapped in, but if you've been watching me online, most people say GC Golden Child, the Muslim brother who be rapping.
Okay. Now break that down. You say you do a lot. So should I call it pushing peace through music? Like, break that down, because I seen a couple of your songs. I'm like, damn, they're like, you got bars. Like, it's different than the normal raps that we hear. And it's not like a gospel rap, because it ain't giving that neither. You see what I'm saying?
I like, yes, sir.
It hit
yes,
different.
Sir.
So
come on.
Like, break it down, because that shit, I don't think they getting you enough flowers. I don't think they getting you enough credit. So I had to bring you your box.
Wow, family.
Let's just start there.
Are these the legendary whoops,
it
man?
Hit different. This is my piece, my Stop the Violence series.
Come on, brother.
It hit different.
I'm proud of you, brother. First and foremost, before we get into what I'm doing, let me shake your hand and congratulate you, big brother.
Appreciate it.
For stepping out on faith, man, and having the courage to do, what a lot of people, unfortunately, just didn't have the courage to do, but you done opened the door for us to show our city in a different light, man. So I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm not going to lie to you. At first, I thought the boxes was empty, bro.
Man, these are real whoops. These is real whoops.
This is a real box of whoops right here, man. So, yeah, man, shout out J Main for the work that he doing in the city. And I'm 10,000% with you. So, we doing a similar work, man. We both pushing peace in our respective ways. And I think it's going to take a lot of different creative ways to bring us together, by using comedy, by using sports, by using music, by using the arts, whatever avenue we can go through to bring our city together and our people together. I think we need to use it and not be so narrow-minded, because it's a variety of ways, so you playing your role, I'm playing my role. But what's powerful about the unity movement is that you do your thing, I do my thing, he do his thing over there. But at the end of the day, we all can come together to make my resources, your resources, my resources, so that the children, the grandmas, the mothers, the fathers, everybody can benefit from what we all have been able to establish ourselves. So unity is just about bringing all our resources together and being a force to reckon with.
It hit different.
Yeah.
So explain this bulletproof vest is crazy.
Come on, man.
Break this shit down.
Golly.
Now, coming in here with a bulletproof vest on, this is a Stop the Violence platform. You good, big bro?
I'm good, big bro. I'm
you
safe.
Good.
Man, I appreciate you, man. But no, a 7'6", or 5'6", or 223 all gonna get through this, big bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is really just I don't want to call it a costume, but really the gear is really to let the people know that we really at war, bro. It's really to symbolize the fact that we at war in a variety of ways, man. We killing each other, unfortunately. We got enemies that have been taking advantage of us and killing us over the years, man, whether it's, through physical assault, whether it's through the chemicals they put in our food. So we really at war, mental, physical, and spiritual battle. So the gear, man, a lot of the children like the gear, man. They like the helmet. They attracted to it. But we reel them in, you know, with the outfit. But then they want to know, what's this guy about? And from there, we really start teaching, training, and building on the fact, you know, that we really at war and we got to lock in to fight back.
Nah, real talk. Nah, I get that. Because I do, every now and then I do school assemblies. I speak at the schools, and one approach I took one time, I came in there with the bulletproof vest on. I'm like, man, y'all over whooping. I had to come in here with a bulletproof vest on. It hit different.
Yes, sir.
So that was I do.
You see what we doing?
Yeah.
For sure.
And I love it, bro. I love it.
Come on.
But another thing I want to ask you. So, are you Muslim, or break that down?
Yeah, I'm Muslim. I was born Muslim, raised a Muslim, raised by a soldier of a mother, a soldier of a father. You know, parents that really made it clear that it's our responsibility to clean our community up, give back to our community. And no matter how rich you get, how famous you get, how popular you get, no man can rise above the condition of his people. Hence is why you will have a LeBron and these different celebrities who get millions of dollars but still got nigga being spray painted on their garage doors and things of that sort. Because as long as our overall community is in a certain condition, you may be the famous one or the rich one, but you got a responsibility to make sure that you elevate with your community, and your community can start to elevate with you through the resources that you get through whatever it is that you do. Chinamen, people, you know, from China and these different countries, they travel the world, you know, to become more intelligent and go to school and learn different things. But their number one objective is with whatever they may learn in America or this different place, to take that information, bring it back to their country, to take their country to the next level. So, you know, that's what this is about, man. You know, you know, making our community a safe and decent place to live, for sure.
Nah, it hit different.
Yeah.
Now break it down, because we see y'all in the community passing out these plates. Let's just start feeding the whole Chicago.
Yeah.
That's how y'all whooping?
Come on, man.
It hit different.
Yeah, man.
Hold on. Feeding the community is crazy.
Yeah, big
Hold on.
time.
I think I sent y'all on, what was that, on Jeffrey on 67, 71st?
Man,
I sent y'all all through that, through the hood.
Come on.
Through 63rd. I done sent y'all a little bit of everywhere through Chicago. We ain't even got to name all these different blocks.
Come on.
Y'all feeding the community. Break this shit down. Like, why is y'all whooping like this? It hit different. Let's start there.
Man, boy, I got to adjust to your whole little situation.
Let's start there.
This is really J Main. When you really with the man, with the whoop man in person, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Break it down for the fans, because y'all been doing some real shit in the community. We gotta get y'all. I'm passing out cereal, you passing out plates. Let's just start there.
Come on.
It hit different. It's real food on them plates. It hit different.
Now, big real talk. So the same way this is bigger than just a box of cereal, us passing out the plates, man, is bigger than just passing out plates. And I done got calls from different soldiers, OGs, that got their opinion on what it is that we doing. But like I said in one of my records, if you don't pull up on us and talk to us and build with us, you would never understand what we doing. From watching us online and watching us on these videos, it's deeper than just the cereal. This is bringing people together. It's deeper than just the plates. It's bringing people together. And when you feed somebody, that opens the door for you to be able to have a conversation, big bro. That's really what it is. So we're going into the communities, feeding people, giving back. But the objective is not to say, hey, we feeding people. We passing out plates, man. It's not for clout. It's not for attention. But it's so that on the basis of us feeding the community, now they want to know what you brothers are about. You know, how can we work together? What can we get into? So we feed the community, but the follow-up work, a lot of people will never see, right? You may see it on a documentary, but a lot of the work that we do behind the scenes, it never see the day of light because everything is not for the internet. You see what I'm saying? So now we on phones and we in living rooms and we building with soldiers and we talking about what we got to do to come together. But oftentimes giving the food and the give back make it whereas now we can sit down and we can build. Y'all solid, man. Y'all done fed the community. Y'all done gave back. Now tell me what y'all really about. And from there, that's when we able to do the work. A lot of the videos you see where we got all these members in the same room, that's not going to happen by just giving them a plate to eat. You see what I'm saying? It's that follow-up work, you know, that happened behind the scenes that's making it whereas we can do this work for sure.
No, fact.
Yep.
So another big question is, having all these members, let's just start there. This Chicago. Some people call it Chirac.
Yeah.
That's got to be dangerous, bro. Let's just start there.
Come on.
That shit got to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Mixing all these members. So like, what type of experiences do you go through on a day-to-day trying to mix this hood with this hood, and what really be the result at the end?
Man, that's a loaded question right there, man. That might, we might take 3-4 episodes to answer that one, Brody. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we soldiers, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. We was raised, we was trained, we were bred. A lot of the brothers that I move with, and this is no fluff, we were literally trained and raised and conditioned to be soldiers. And one of the aspects of our training, we really conditioned to know that you gotta be willing to die. You gotta be willing to put your life on the line. You gotta be willing to risk it all for the sake of a better future for our children, our grandmothers, and making our community a safe and decent place to live. Everybody may not understand that, but we was taught that fearlessness may look like insanity to a coward, right? So when you not as courageous, somebody being fearless, you crazy as hell to be doing. You see what I'm saying? But the reality is a lot of times our communities look the way that they look because people just don't got the courage, unfortunately, man. The fearlessness that you got to be able to stand next to people knowing you're going to get backlash, knowing it's a possibility that you may lose your life. But it's dealing with that fear and eradicating that fear that make it, whereas the work that need to get done, that got to get done. It's easy for certain people to do these marches downtown, you see, and in these beautiful communities saying stop the violence, but you're not tapping in with the killers, right? You're not tapping in with the members. You're not in those war zones where the killing is really taking place. So the fearlessness, big bro, was what we was trained to have. And it is dangerous, it is risky. But at the same token, like I said, we soldiers, so soldiers are also calculated, right? We not just out here over whooping, big bro. Nah, we not just out here over whooping, man. Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam. So, we calculating things, we making calls, we making sure certain brothers is on point in different neighborhoods. We making sure we don't do anything prematurely. We're not trying to force nobody to sit in the same room when they may not be ready. Some brothers done told me outright, we'll push peace when them niggas is dead. We done heard all of that, right? Or, I ain't gonna lie to you, I respect what it is that y'all doing, but, they killed my family. They killed so-and-so in my family. I'm not ready to sit in the same room. And if I am in the same room with them, 9 times out of 10, we gonna blitz it. We gonna send it up, right? So these are the conversations that we having. But because we understand how painful, growing up in the trench can be, losing your families, losing certain members, we're not trying to force nothing on individuals. We letting people, to an extent, do it at their own rate, but also at the same time telling them it's only a short window that we really got to keep on playing like this, because at the end of the day, God gonna do what it is that he got to do, man. And if you want to continue to stay on the side, that our enemies want us on, 9 times out of 10, you either gonna die or you gonna go to jail. So we really just letting brothers know, to give them an opportunity to save their life, that when you're ready to make that adjustment, you can come over here and we can rock and roll. Yeah. Yeah.
This shit hitting different. That's just
yes, sir.
I knew I was in for one today.
Big time, big brother. It's my pleasure, my honor. Indeed.
Now look, this shit crazy. So when it comes to this whole unity movement, when did it originally start? When did you know, like, this was for me, this is what I wanted to do? Like, when did you just know that this is what you wanted to do? And how you just get all these members with you, the brothers? Like, how did all this shit come together, bro?
Man, if some people was able to be a fly on the wall, man, my whole life, you would kind of see how God was kind of shaping me and molding me for this my whole life, man. A lot of what you seeing now, I want to give a huge shout out to Young Will, Eye of the Trenches, man. Okay. Because the second that we connected, a lot of the work that we do as soldiers behind the scenes, we decided to start making just a little bit more public so that people would know that we out here, man. We out here doing this work, and there's other brothers out here that's ready to rock and roll with you to clean up the community. But the work that we've been doing, man, been doing it for a long time. I was born into a brotherhood where it's our responsibility to give back to the community, clean up the community, and really stand in between the gangs and guns. The brotherhood that I come from, that's our lifestyle, bro. That's how we live. This is what we do. And brothers may not always be in suits and ties. Sometimes they may, be dressed in some tactical gear or walking suit. But it's brothers all over, America that have been raised and trained to clean up our community, and certain stuff take time, bro. It's not overnight. So what happened, and I don't want to be long-winded, we was doing the work, right? And at a certain point, I was making the music, putting it out, but I wasn't verified, right? On Instagram. Okay. So I had a big brother that was like, man, bro, you know, that verification, that blue check, man, for some reason, it mean a lot, you know, to people. It mean a lot. And I'm like, man, okay. He said, man, you know, you could really use that to do a lot. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, what I'm going to use a blue check for? I mean, the blue check ain't put no money in my pocket. It's just, you know, it's just a check on Instagram. But once I started seeing what it meant to other people, I said I could use this to start sliding in some of these DMs and communicating with brothers, because when they see that blue check, they gonna tap in, right? So one of my brothers has sent me a video of a soldier in the trench that, you know, we started out working with over East. Shout out my brother Wody. And I reached out to him, and he responded immediately, man. And I don't want to go too much in depth, but we really started, you know, working and communicating. But I started seeing that, damn, I could use this blue check to tap in with them soldiers that's not just standing on the damn corner, that's not just standing outside, because it's a real war zone. Yeah. A lot of people want to get access to these soldiers that's responsible for a lot that's happening in the community, but, you know, it's really war out here. So you're not just posted on the corner 24/7. We in basements, we in, you know, halfway houses, we in the crib, you know, calling plays and making shots. So I started to use that to set up meetings with different brothers, reaching out, hey, you know, let's tap in, let's connect. Some brothers was reluctant. What you want to talk about? Are you the feds? What's going on? You see what I'm saying? But from there, we started chopping it up. We started building. And when different members in the trench started to see different soldiers from the trench associating with me, they say, if bro rocking with them, and bro giving them, you know, a chance, if bro giving them, you know, time of day, maybe, you know, we can tap in with them. And then it really just started spreading like rapid fire, man. And we can't do the work that we're doing without being men of integrity, keeping our word, because the second your word become faulty in the trench, it's damn near rap, man. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. But it's crazy to say that some of the people was looking at y'all, so some people do question, like, man, is you the police? Some people really be on that type of shit?
Man, listen, bro, it's a lot of people in our community who pretend to give a damn about the community, bro.
Break that shit down.
Man, bro, man, I learned this. You know, one of my mentors was saying, the more you start to do the work, the real people in the community that's causing the problems, the real enemies gonna start to show themselves and expose themselves, bro. And I didn't really understand that until I really got super deep in the trench and deep in the mud. I don't want to put too many names out there, but it's a lot of people. We think it's just us, you know, that's responsible for the mess and all of the killing and all of the drama in the community. But it's people, man, that throw dirt and hide their hands, bro, that you would never think is even responsible for some of the death that's taking place in our community, big bro. And I forget what leader said it, but somebody said that, you know, they'll pay a black person to kill another brother just to say that a brother did it. You see what I'm saying? So it's all types of stuff going on in our community, but you got scams going on with violence prevention money. You got people out here taking pictures next to members in the trench just so that they can go down to the state and get a government grant by saying, you know, we working with these soldiers. The government give them $500,000 to quote unquote do work in the community, but they take that money and they pocket it. You see what I'm saying? I'm finding out now, and maybe I'm just young and oblivious, but I'm just recently finding out it's billions of dollars out here for violence prevention. But I'm trying to figure out where that money at. You see what I'm saying?
Just start that in.
Billions of dollars for violence prevention, and the trench looked the way that it looks. So a lot of times brothers is reluctant because it's like people come talking a good game all the time, bro. Come stand on the block. We trying to clean it up here one day, going tomorrow. So I know I'm coming behind a lot of people that's not serious, bro. That's not solid. That's not standing on what it is that they supposed to be standing on. So I already came into it knowing that I was going to get a certain level of pushback because I'm talking similar to a lot of people that's talking like they really about cleaning up the community. So I know that it's really a time thing for me. Certain people not going to understand it in the gate and in the door. But as long as I keep on pushing and rocking and rolling, we're going to focus on the positive, and the negative going to take care of itself. So, yep.
It hit different. So, bro, what you feel like, man? The way you be wording this shit, man, it hit different on this belt. Let's start there. Now, look, what another big question is, so in your eyes, how you looking at this shit, what can be done? Like, what's the next steps? Like what's next for us? Like what's next? Like it hit different.
Man, we just got to keep working, bro. I said in one of my songs recently that one of the most difficult things for me in recent times has been pushing the peace, pushing the unity, bringing us together, while at the same time watching soldiers die, bro. Watching brothers die and bodies drop. And brothers will reach out like, hey, man, you know, I thought y'all was pushing the peace. I told y'all this unity, this, that, and the third wasn't going to work. But we never said or declared that what we was going to do was going to stop all of the killing. We never said that what we was doing was going to stop all of the violence. Our objective is to save as many lives as we possibly can. You see what I'm saying? We know that bodies, unfortunately, are going to continue to drop. And brothers is going to continue to die because we got an enemy that work day and night to make sure that we stay into it with each other. So what we saying is not that, hey, you know, we're going to push the peace, we're going to push the unity, we're going to do the whoops, and one day you're going to look up and it ain't going to be no killing. We never said that, so don't put that on us.
Yeah, okay.
But what we doing is our best to put a different narrative out there so that the young soldiers and different members in the trench can say, damn, this is our alternative. This is something else we can do.
Let's break this shit
And
down.
when you look at the trajectory of the men that decide to change their lives, bro, and stand on righteous business and make intelligent decisions, and you feel what I'm saying, being calculated with their movement, the reality is they live longer, bro. They live longer lives. They live more prosperous lives. But unfortunately, a lot of these young shorties ain't never really seen men, bro, right? Integral men that's not only gonna stand on, you know, righteousness, but that's also gonna die about it, right? They ain't seen that. And then a lot of time they ain't never seen men that's gonna stand on it, but ain't no damn cornballs. You see, it's different now,
break that
right?
shit down. Break this shit down
now, you know. So a lot of time the young soldiers feel like, man, if I gotta push the peace and if I gotta push the unity, I gotta lose my edge. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm for now. Yeah.
Come on, every nation got a military now, right? Every strong nation got a military, you know, that is literally willing to fight, die, and kill to protect their precious valuables, right? To protect their nation. So if you're gonna be a soldier, we want all of the soldiers to remain soldiers and keep that edge, because it's not too much you can really do for us on the front lines if you're not willing to fight, right? If you're not willing to stand on that business, the enemy comes, send the threat, and you like, I'm pushing Pete. No, sir. No, sir. At a certain point, sometimes you got to fight and go to war to establish the peace, to maintain the peace. You understand what I'm saying? In-house. So, yeah, man.
With that statement being said, you don't think we went to war too much already? You don't think it's time to push peace? Let's break this shit down.
Oh, so let me break it down for you. It is time. It's always time. To make our communities a safe and decent place to live.
Because what I want to say is, I don't know if you've seen someone viral with me and Aunt Glizzy.
Okay.
And his big point of view was, J-Man, you can't push the peace now, Duck dead. Like, now y'all niggas shit, like Vaughn and Duck dead. Now y'all niggas want to push peace? Hell nah, so go stand on business. So how you looking at that? How you look at shit like that?
I mean, and I don't have anything against the brother. A lot of people say a lot, you know, until they running in different information, right? Some people say they'll never push peace. I done heard people say, I'll push peace when you die, but they pushing peace with us right now. You see what I'm saying? So when I said at a certain point it's time to stand on business and go to war, I'm not talking about us warring against each other. I'm not talking about us killing each other and murdering each other. But you better trust and believe that America got soldiers ready on the border right now for anybody to challenge and try to come past that border. That's a potential threat to the lives, the men, the women, and children on American soil. You better trust and believe those soldiers is going to go to war to protect what it is that they love. Now, we, unfortunately, are killing each other out of ignorance, bro. We killing each other, you know, for what we believe is solid reasons to stand on. But when we really go back and trace history and go to the root, a lot of times what we killing each other is not worth us killing each other, brother. But the truth of the matter is there was an enemy that threw dirt, hit his hand, and the only thing we see is another black man standing in front of me trying to kill me. Another black brother at the back door trying to backdoor me. Another black brother disrespecting my wife or done killed my family. But we don't see, unfortunately, the powers that be that are responsible for creating environments for us to kill and murder each other, right? We know, listen, I know for certain it's guns dropped off in alleys. Military grade guns dropped off in alleys.
You know this for a fact.
We know this for a fact, brother. Military grade guns dropped off in alleys and crates, right?
Freight trains.
Man, all of this, brother, in our community. Drugs being brought into our community. The father being taken out of the home. telling the mother, hey, you know what? You can't get government assistance if you got a black man in the home. This is the type of stuff that's going on. Killing off our leaders. We know our leaders have been killed and assassinated. So now you got young children growing up without fathers, right? Without guidance, without real men out here. And the first thing they want to push to us is another young soldier from the trench that they done put millions of dollars behind, but they didn't put intelligence in his head. So now on the billboard and on the TV screen, we already ain't got guidance, ain't got parents around, ain't got nobody that we could really look up to except these artists. They come from the same trench that I done came from. They came from the same type of environments that I done came from. Now, am I tearing them down? No. But who put $1 million behind this young soldier? Who put $2-3 million behind this young soldier that ain't got no guidance, that ain't got no big brother? So the only thing he gonna do, damn, you gonna tell me it's a problem for me to take this money and all I gotta do is rap about what I came from, right? So he looking at you like you crazy telling him to not talk about what he talking about. They just paid me $1 million for this. But we know that they putting that $1 million behind them so that he can promote to the rest of the trenches in our community that the way to make it is to talk about killing your ops. The way to make it out the trench is to talk about disrespecting your women. The way to make it out the trench is to talk about tearing your community down. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not the one that's gonna tear the soldiers down this rapping. I wanna go to the root. I want to go to the one who putting the millions of dollars behind them. I want to go to the ones who dropping the guns off in the trench. I want to go to the ones who putting the drugs in our community, right? Killing our fathers off, locking our fathers up, throwing the dirt, hiding their hand, and all we left to look at is other black men that's doing us wrong, but we don't know who really behind keeping us at war with each other. Police, man, going to different neighborhoods, dropping off certain brothers in neighborhoods that they in war with people at, and saying, you know what, we may not lock you up, but we're going to drop you off in your quote-unquote ops neighborhood, right? We done had situations in real life where we don't went and talk to brothers. And unfortunately, and this is not to say that all of the police are bad, we don't trust the institution. Unfortunately, we leave and come to find out that when we left, the police told them that we was responsible for getting some of their men's locked up. You see what I'm saying? And brothers in the trench already know you can't trust a lot of these police officers. So when I talk about the real enemy, a lot of time we so divided, big bro. We so disconnected. We so not locked in. They can say anything to us. You know, so-and-so said this, but we not connected with so-and-so. So whatever the police said, we gonna go with. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. But when I can get on the phone because we locked in, you know they said this, that, and the third happened. You know they said we did this. Hell no, we ain't had nothing to do with that. And we can validate it. And we can pull up on each other and we can talk and we can embrace and we can build. But because they know we so disconnected, you a block away. And I can't go a block away because I might get my head blown off. He ain't gonna go over there to validate that. And he hate them so much, he ain't gonna trust nothing that they say. You see what I'm saying?
That shit deep.
It's super deep, bro.
That shit deep right there.
It's super deep. So that's the real enemy we talking about, man. And I get so passionate because it's like, bro, we are some of the most influential people on the face of the earth, Brody. Listen, man, the young shorties love the whoop. Now,
Let's start
they
there.
love the whoops, man. I've been watching you, man, online, and I'm like, man, this brother done figured out how to make a living for himself and really created a fan base. And you look at the different artists in our community, shout out Durk, shout out Zeus, shout out Law coming up, shout out Gorilla Boy Nook, shout out all of the artists, you know, Dame and these different artists in the community that's coming up, that's influencing the world. Shout out G Herbo and all these different artists. And it's like, damn, we some of the most influential people. They use us to promote every goddamn thing, big bro. We so influential, but our communities is tore down, bro. We so influential, but we broke, starving, and gang banging in the trench, bro. That's real. We got the most power that if we was able to lock in and combine all of our resources and put all our wealth in one pot and put all our skills in one pot, why our communities got to be towed down, but when I go drive to Toohey, Illinois, or when I go to Winnetka, they goddamn McDonald's look like a mansion. You see what I'm saying?
It's different when that motherfucker look like motherfucking Great America. McDonald's look like Great America is crazy.
That's crazy,
Let's start
bro.
there.
But you got it, man. I'm getting passionate.
Nah, you supposed to. That's what you here for. We ain't come to hold nothing back. We on whoops. Let's just start there.
Come on.
The world need to hear this shit. It hit different.
Come on.
I ain't call you for no reason. Let's just start there. I told you I've been watching it. It hit different. We just ain't had the time to over whoop. It hit different.
Yes, sir.
But and another thing is I wanted to be able to build a lot of the controversy on my platform to be able to drop your shit So now I had a couple members on here.
On that
this shit chestnut checkers, right? Let's just start there.
Say less.
It hit different.
Yes, sir.
So I feel like right now is a good time on phone them. This ain't gonna be our last time whooping. It hit different. We got work to get done in these trenches.
Plenty work. Don't wrap it up on me though.
Nah, we ain't. Come on now. You whooping now. You thought it was over? It hit different. You might want to take that damn bulletproof vest off. Let's just start there. Go on here, relax. Take the motherfucking hat off. Let's start there. You good. It hit different. Yeah, I can sit down. They stand up the whole time. Let's start there. Shout out to the Muslim brothers. They whooping. Soldiers on point. Let's start there. Now look. The word op, bro. Break that down, bro. Break that down. How you look at, you just used that word when you was explaining the last situation. How do you look at that word in the trenches? I tell people we need to get rid of that word. It's like that word op, I feel like ever since that word op came out, I feel like when we think of op as in the trenches, we look at that as the niggas alleged on the other side, what you say on that next block, because that's how close it is in Chicago. So I be feeling like that word, it's poisonous. Like how you look at the word op.
Man, I believe it has become poisonous, right? And I believe it's used in a poisonous fashion. But I know op to mean opposition. And I wouldn't get rid of a word that mean opposition because we definitely got opposition.
Okay, break that down.
Definitely got
That's why
opposition.
I say, what do op mean to you? Break that down.
Yeah, opposition, man. Anything, that stands in the way, of your success, your growth, your development, your ability to become, the man that you need to be for your family, your community, right? So opposition, man, that's...
So it's not the guys off the next block. Break that down.
I mean...
Break this down to the youth, because you got these kids about to watch this shit. Is the ops the guys off the next block?
Those not your real ops, man. The guys off the next block are not your real ops, man. The reality is we've been conditioned to look at each other as opposition because it ain't no white boy running up on these blocks that we see trying to knock our noodles out. That's just the reality. It ain't no white boy on these blocks that we see for the most part trying to backdoor us. A lot of times when we think of opposition, we think about brothers that look just like us. That's just the truth, man, unfortunately. But like I said before, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes to condition a young man's mind to think that the only way I can get bread is to rob somebody. That the only way I can, experience life, at a satisfying level is to take advantage of backdoor somebody. So we've been conditioned to see each other as ops because I can tell you all day as somebody else that's responsible or pulling strings behind the scenes, but I don't see them. I see you. You see what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is we got real ops. Me pushing peace, I have opposition, man. You pushing peace, you got opposition. Us pushing unity, we have opposition, bro. You know how much money certain entities make off of us killing each other, bro? You got it, bro.
I'm sorry, not to cut you off. A police officer told me, he say, J-Man, now I whoop with you. Now be careful with pushing this piece. You keep pushing this piece, I ain't got no job. So what that mean?
You just took it from me right there, big bro. You just took it right from me.
It hit different when he break it down to me like
Come on.
that.
But it don't hit different in a way that I'm trying to hear what he talking about. You sound like a coward to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. You telling me that if you
he's saying that's how, not to cut you off. He was saying that's how they think. Like,
that's
like,
not
man,
him.
He just
okay. No disrespect,
like,
brother.
Yeah, that's how he come. He like, man.
But that's real.
Yeah, he telling me
that's real. That's real. Listen, man, when we start cleaning up our communities, multi-billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies is going to lose money, right? And they feed their families off of us killing each other. They send their children to school off of us killing each other. They live in mansions and drive on yachts off of us killing each other. The ambulance, the police officers, the pharmaceutical industry. When you get shot up and you got to take them perks and them pills, that's money. You see what I'm saying? That they losing when we stop killing each other. The ride to the ambulance, you get a hospital bill for that. They start losing money when we stop killing each other. You understand what I'm saying? The obituaries, the funeral homes, they start losing money. The lawyers that we paying millions of dollars to get us off this case, they start losing money when we stop killing each other. So you don't think it's somebody that's sitting in the back responsible for making sure that we keep killing each other so that they can keep eating? When you go to prison, each inmate, they make money, bro, off of the inmates up in there. They make money off of our free labor in prison, building stuff for them. You see what I'm saying? So you don't think it's people out here that's like, no, let me promote this rapper talking about sliding on the ops. Let me promote you trolling these brothers for somebody that you done killed. Because the more you incite them to murder and kill, the more we eat. The more we eat, the more bread we get. Because I know right now the fact of the matter is, it ain't a whole lot of us in the industry that got hundreds of millions of dollars to be putting behind these young soldiers. And even the black men that they allow you to believe is putting the money up, they gave that black man the money to put the money up for the young soldier. You see what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real, bro. A lot of these brothers got 30 million in their bank account but can't really use it. Because once you start using it to clean up the community, that 30 million turn into nothing. They snatch it right from you, Brody. You got 30 million on the contract. But once you start doing certain things to clean up our community, oh yeah, let me pull that from you. Let me tear you down in the community eyes. Let me pull some of these contracts from you. Let me take some of these sponsorships up off of you because you really messing with our money now by using your money to clean up your community, bro. This is the reality, J-Mane. So those are the real ops. And at a certain point, I was talking to a young soldier. This may get you in some trouble, J-Mane. Are you ready for that?
Pop it. You talking to a young soldier, what happened?
Pop it.
Yes, back.
This whole interview may get you in some,
It different.
But it is what it is, man. And I respect you, especially when you air it, because it's like, this what it's going to take, Brody. This what it's going to take, man. This is really what it's going to take. But this the conversations our young soldiers need to hear. Somebody told me on the phone, and they know who it is, but they was like, hey, man, I love what you're doing. I respect what you're doing, Brody. But, if I start pushing this piece and start talking about the positivity today, I ain't never going to make it out the trench. That's what he said to me, bro.
I ain't gonna never make it out. It's crazy.
He said, I'm not gonna never make it out the trench. So that told me that he wanted to do better, but he knew that trolling and talking crazy in his music and talking about the stuff that they pay you for is how he was gonna make it out the trench, Brody. So when he said that to me, man, I didn't argue with him, but it hit my core because it made me understand that a lot of these soldiers may know what's better and know they may need to take another route. But it ain't a whole lot of people fronting $1 million, $2 million to talk about peace.
It's not a lot of resources.
You see what I'm saying?
It's different, and that's the way that we know. So I get that perspective of it too, because it's like, right now we looking at J-Mane, the Whoop Man, Mr. Pushing the Peace.
Yeah.
But a lot of certain times we have J-Mane. Nah, I used to be doing this. You used to want to bring up my past.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I feel like with time, and then like how you say the brother said, like, man, I feel like I had at that time of my life, I felt like I was stuck in the trenches. So it's like I had to do this. That's the only thing that is. It's either that rapper. What they say is either rapper playing ball. It hit different. Do your homework on the park at Jeffrey Mountain. Me spraining my ankle over whooping. Do your homework on me not making the High Park basketball team. Do your homework on me not making DuSable basketball team. So it was just rap. After that, it hit different. So I picked up the rap, and the rap took off for me to a certain extent. And then I fell into something else. I figured out love, and then this what my heart at.
Look
and
what
then
you're doing.
It just feel better what I'm doing that too. But like I feel like certain things grew with time with me too.
Yeah, yeah. And that's another thing, we got to understand, man. It ain't overnight, man, that men change, bro. I'm telling you, we done had brothers tell us to our face where they not with it. Months pass, year pass. You know what, bro? What y'all talking about over there? And sometimes it may take 5 years, it may take 10 years, but I got to do what I got to do, knowing what I know, let you know it's another route, big bro, so I can get the blood off my hands, knowing that you may not know nothing about what we standing on. I just got to at least give you an opportunity to choose this, No,
facts.
Yeah, yeah.
Another thing I got to ask you while I got you up here, this trophy, let's just start there.
Man. Let's start there, brother. What about it?
We replaced the whoops with the trophy today. I usually had a whoops right here. Let's break it down.
Woo! Big deal, big brother. Man, this mean a lot to me, man. And this is the one that I bring outside. The other one, man, we got to keep at home. But this the one, people can put their hands on. With the work you doing, I'm gonna let you touch the other one too.
Okay.
But the number one in the trenches awards, Brody. Number one in the trenches, man.
War Cry Trenches Unity.
Come on, War Cry Trenches Unity. So I dropped the album, man, my first album ever. And I'm not signed to no label. People say they independent, but they got multi-million-dollar private investors behind them. Hey, listen, I'm getting it straight out the mud, the soil. So I had a private release party. The city came out. 2 days after I dropped the album, We went number 3 on the iTunes charts, bro. Number 3, Brody.
Number 3 is crazy. Let's just start
come
there.
on, man. Let's clap it up.
Come on. It hit different. Let's just start there. Number 3.
Number 3.
Do we got to go there?
Do we really have to? Man, listen, bro. We went there. You know?
Hit different.
So we went number 3 on the iTunes charts, man.
Congratulations, bro.
Praise be to Allah, man. I'm pushing the people like, man, let's go. Number 1. I get a call from my brothers out west on Trumbull, Mac 11 and Fella. And they like, yeah, bro, you know, I know you went number 3 on the charts, man, but to make a long story short, you number 1 in these trenches.
Man, let's speak facts.
Come on, they told me that, and I was in the bed, man, like, man, electrified, man, just to know that brothers love me enough to let me know, man, to give me my flowers now. So
real talk.
They got it, you know, they purchased it, man, but with all the work that we had been doing in all of the communities, man, they wanted to, and I wanted to make it bigger than just T-Block where we celebrated the award at, but really bring members from all of these different neighborhoods to T-Block since they got the award and celebrated with different members from the trenches that felt the same, that I was number 1 in the trenches, man. So that's what this is, bro.
Okay.
Show.
Nah, real talk.
Yep,
okay. Let's just
Show.
start there. Let's start there.
Yep.
Number 3, it hit different, but really number 1 in the trenches.
Ain't nobody got one of these, Brody.
Nah, it hit different. I don't need. That's why I said let me
it's
see.
Bigger than the Grammy, man.
Okay, this is bigger than the Grammy. Okay, and they got weight to them.
Come on now.
Let's just start there. Do y'all homework.
From the trenches, man.
Okay, it hit different. Deal. Let's just start there.
Yes, sir. That's what that's about, bro. So it meant a lot to me, man, because we in a lot of neighborhoods, bro. We hood to hood, block to block, trench to trench. And when the trenches give you an award, bro, it hit different, bro. We don't trust like that, bro.
Yeah, the trenches give you an award. It hit different. Let's start
there. It hit different, bro. So, man, I appreciate those brothers. I appreciate the brothers in the trenches that we working with. And we just going to keep on pushing forward. Yeah.
For sure.
Go get that album, man. You got to get the album. Number 3. Look, no cursing. Right?
No cursing is hit different.
No features. You understand what I'm saying?
No features.
No label, right?
No label.
We passed, shout out Ye, I love you, Ye. But we surpassed Ye on the charts, right? And we was up there with Kendrick.
Hold on, wait. You surpassed Kanye West on the chart?
I did, bro. By God's grace, and we got the, we can validate it.
Hold on, so you got the Carfax right there?
We got the Carfax right here, big bro.
Yeah, the whoop facts is crazy.
Man, it's crazy how we whooping right now, brother.
Okay, let's start there. Nah, shout out to Ye, but yeah, let's start there. It's different. You doing your thing, man. It's different.
It's a big deal, man. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Yep, we did it. We went number 3 on the charts, and I think the only people we had in front of us was the Future album, and that was in the middle of the beef, so you know that was tough.
Future,
Kendrick.
Okay.
Yep. And then Joyner Lucas, man. So I ain't no telling, you know, what we would have did, you know, with a label behind us or those type of engines, man. But we did this organic from the trenches, by the trenches, with the work we doing on the ground. So number 1 of them trenches for sure.
Let's start there. Another big question I wanted to ask you, based off everything that's been going on in Chicago for years and years, what I've been asking a lot of people is, you know, when you was talking about them influences earlier, you got the FYBJ man. I heard you mention Durk earlier. With Durk coming from this side of the fence, and people look at it just to the world, you know, people look at it, Durk on this side, J-Mane on this side. How would you feel if these 2 big positive influences was to come? Like, what would you think the impact would be if these 2 were to come together?
It's gonna happen, man, if it be the will of God. And it needs to happen, bro. It has to happen, man.
Gotta happen.
And when it happens, man, I believe it's gonna be, you know, something to really champion and celebrate for the city, man.
Yeah.
We gotta give you your flowers, and we gotta give Brother Durk his flowers. I've been watching him, bro, for years, man, and to see his growth and his transformation and what he's standing on and what he represent and his transformation on his journey as a Muslim. Like, I can't wait for the opportunity, bro. Like, I couldn't wait for the opportunity to hug you outside, to put my arms around Durk and just let him know we love you, we standing with you, and, you know, we gonna fight with you, bro. Because, I mean, it's a lot of, I salute brothers, man, because most people don't understand, like, the crab in the barrel effect, bro. Once you try to do something different, it's 1,000,001 people that seem like trying to pull you back and pull you down, bro. Right. And once you make that change, man, it's people that feel like you owe them, right? Yeah, right. You got to give me something. Man, listen, I done fought for brothers, bro, that I never met, explaining the difference, because I'm in the trench, like, with the brothers that's still there. And some people, you know, they see some of their mans growing and elevating, and they feel like because we came from the same neighborhood, he owe me. And that's not the reality all the time. You know, don't no man owe me nothing, man. So the reality is I done fought like, you know, I know what it's like to be rising and elevating and people trying to pull on you because you know them. And you ain't got time for everybody, bro. And it's not that I don't love you, but I mean, if you don't let me get to where I need to get, I can't help us the way that I want to help us. You see what I'm saying? Right. But I salute the brothers, and that was just kind of a sidebar, but I salute all of the brothers that decide to make a change in their life, knowing they're going to get backlash, bro. Knowing their friends going to talk crazy about them. Knowing they going to get trolled by people that they grew up with, but because they feel deep down in their heart, this the right thing to do, goddammit, I'ma stand on it. And I be trying to let brothers know, hey, you got a family over here with the unity movement if you doing something right, because we all we got, man, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that I went through during all this shit I'm doing,
You
man.
probably still going through it.
It's different every day, huh? It's different. Let's just start there. Say, man, why is you whooping like that?
Come on, man. Come on.
I just connected with Mimo 600, good brother.
I saw that, yeah.
It's different. It broke the internet. Like I say, people perceive it this side and this side, man. It's a lot. Back in the day, I got a lot of diss songs, diss and Mimo homies, with Duck, LBG Duck, Long Live, may he rest in peace. Vice versa,
yes, sir.
Same thing. May King Von rest in peace. Mimo got a lot of songs with Von dissing our side, so it was like for people to see us come together.
Come on,
yeah.
Come on.
It hit different. It hit different. We trying to clean up. We trying to clean the trenches
up. Trying. You doing it, Brody.
We trying to whoop. We trying to overwhoop, bro.
Yes, sir. Salute. That's a big deal, man.
So I know. Speaking of cleaning the trenches up, I know next time when we can sit down, I see you doing work with a lot of brothers in the community. I seen you doing work with EBK, Juvie, Rocket Off 71st, a couple different brothers. It hit different.
Brody, yeah.
Put it like this: a lot of people would perceive me and EBK Juvie as ops too. So I feel like that'd be a good sit down if me, you, and Juvie could have a possible sit down one day. We put that together. It hit different. I feel like the trenches will love to see that. It hit different. Unity bringing us together is crazy.
Come on now, pushing peace bringing us together is crazy.
Let's just start there. Let's just start there.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
It take us all to, it hit different.
Yeah, bro. This is man. I love you, bro, and I appreciate you because it's like I used to always say like. We get mad at them not promoting what we doing, these different media platforms.
Yeah.
Why can't we create our whoops? You feel me? Why can't we create our platform where it's like we really waiting on them and mad at them for choosing not to promote us on their platform? Like we can't make our own platform, Brody. You know what I'm saying? So you doing it, man. And it's like we just gotta overshadow the negativity with the positivity, man. And God willing, things gonna come together, man.
And that's real. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to ask. When y'all hitting these communities, so what's the whole thing like? The suits, what do the suits come in at? Like why is it y'all look real fresh, real clean? Like who decided the suits? Like what is that about the attire? Like
man, we just taught to go clean amongst our people, man. Go clean, opposites attract. And unfortunately, our communities have been torn down. Impoverished, dirt all over the place. It's just. Our communities, man, have just been torn down, like I said before. So if opposites attract, we always taught to go clean. When some come into an environment that's not like the environment, it's like, hold on, what's going on? What's that? What's happening over there? And we believe that, our people are some of the best people on the face of the earth. So, if we're going to engage and interact with some of the best, we want to come our best, right? Dressed our best. That's how we see our people. I don't care if she on the corner, if we on the corner, strung out. I don't care, if we killing, murdering, gang banging, we know, that our people are some of the most beautiful people on the face of the earth, bro. So we always try to bring our best and present our best when we talking to our people. And a lot of time, the young soldiers and the young women ain't never seen that, Brody. They don't really see us coming unless it's the mayor. You see what I'm saying? Or somebody that they feel like is bigger than them or better than them.
Yeah.
A lot of the brothers you see in the suits is straight from the trench, bro. Right. Grew up in the trench. We just know how to shop. We know where to get it for the low.
It hit different.
You take it, go to the thrift store, put it in the cleaners, and it's like, damn, where you get that from? I'm telling bro, like, we got this from the thrift store, right? Or we got this for the low, man. But it's important for them to know that brothers, that come from those same environments can clean up, and put it on so that they can start to say, damn, I can do the same thing. Yep. It's coming clean. Yep.
That's real. I always wanted to know that. Another thing I did want to ask you, where exactly are you from in Chicago? So, because I know a lot of people wondering that, where exactly you from, and how was it growing up in that neighborhood?
Man, the truth of the matter is, I never stayed in the neighborhood long enough to be able to claim it as our neighborhood, bro.
Okay.
Grew up a little rough. They definitely didn't have no silver spoon. We even lived in shelter at a certain point. But 51st and Peoria, where I started. From 51st and Peoria, 113th and St. Lawrence, I went to Pullman Elementary, St. Lawrence. Then we went from there to 103rd and Rhodes, right? Then we went to Princeton Park, 93rd and Wentworth. Then we was on 62nd and University. And we was really house to house, bro, you know, hood to hood. Mom worked at the McDonald's in Hyde Park, you know. She was flipping fries, you know, to pay the rent. So
I used to work there too. Do your homework by Kenwood?
Well, yeah, right over there. Hey, bro.
Do y'all homework on FYBJ Main working at McDonald's? Come
on, man. Hey, yeah. That's where OG was at. That's where you was at. So
it's different.
We was hood to hood, bro. And when things got tough, we had to relocate. So I was in a variety of neighborhoods, never long enough to be able to claim the neighborhood. But what I did learn is that I don't really care where you from. The trench is the trench, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. The trench is the trench. It may be different little minor differences, but we all struggle in the same way, bro. Trench to trench, hood to hood, block to block. And we all we got. We got to come together.
Facts. Another thing that happened, since we both pushing peace, another Chicago artist, he started a movement called the No More Movement here in Chicago a few years ago by the name of King Yella.
Okay. Shout out King Yella.
Yella was trying to do his thing with his peace movement. It was called the No More Movement. Unfortunately, he was under the viaduct and he got shot during it. Has there ever been a time where you got shot or shots was fired when y'all was trying to push the peace or anything like that? Anything wild?
No. And before we get into that, I want to give a huge shout out to our brother King Yella because despite or regardless what people may have to say, you know, he was one of the first soldiers that I saw courageous enough to step out there, you know, and push the peace.
They don't give him enough credit.
They don't give him
credit for it.
But I'd be like a hound, bro.
It hit different.
I'd be like a hound on it looking for it, you know, and sometimes brothers done trolled and I thought they was trying to push the peace, but they was really trolling. But Yella, that's a good brother, bro. And you know, he's serious about it. I know, you know, it's difficult, man, when you're dealing with the trolling and trying to push the peace and losing families. One brother told me one time, like, hey, you got to be patient with me, GC, because I saw him trolling after we was pushing the peace. He was like, you got to be patient with me, bro. You just got to understand how hard it is for me, bro. I done lost over 50 homies, right? So sometimes I may slip up and go back to it, but it's in my heart, bro, to really try to do right. So shout out Yella and all of the work that he doing and him getting on these platforms and talking the way that he need to talk to clean up our communities. But no, we done been in some situations though. Definitely done been on the corner and soldiers come running around the corner. I'm like, what's going on? And come to find out somebody just got their brains knocked out for $45. You see what I'm saying?
For $45?
$45, bro. Like, and you looking at, you know, killers. I'm sitting there talking to heart beating. You know, they in it, they active, but it's like, damn, you know, you never know what's gonna happen in the trench. So, you know, it's all this type of stuff going on, man. So we ain't never had no situations where I was shot at. If it happened, you know, if it be the will of Allah, you know it is what it is. But that ain't nothing that's going to deter us from standing on these blocks and being in these war zones.
Because you said you ready to die for this shit. Let it start there.
Yes, sir.
Nah, I appreciate you coming and blessing the platform today, brother. Shout out Goalden, Chyld, man. This been a crazy interview.
Yeah.
I know we gonna have to run it back. Anything else that you might want to get to fans or that we might didn't cover that we gotta talk about on this one? Cause it hit different when it's a lot of shit a lot of more whoops that I want to whoop with you on, but we running out of whoop. I got a whop. Let's just start there. But anything else that you want to say, that you want to get to the kids, the fans, the world, the community, it hit different.
Man, absolutely. First of all, I want to make this clear because this was something that people just didn't understand, and I understand it. But whatever hood you from, whatever block you from, if you about pushing peace or doing something new, or trying to clean it up, or you just really you interested in trying to do something different, we coming, bro. I'm telling you that right now. We're going to come to whatever hood. We're going to come to whatever block. We're going to come to whatever neighborhood. A lot of followers, no followers, it don't matter to us, man. And that's how the movement has been going. People been reaching out. A lot of the people you see us working with, either we reached out to them or they reached out to us. So don't ever think that because you don't see us standing next to you or in your neighborhood, that we not trying to come to your neighborhood. We just ain't came there yet. So call us, reach out to us, DM us, and if we can make the time, we coming. Because it ain't no discrepancies. And I don't care what size you from, what set you rep, you are brother. We don't see our brothers as ops. We see our brothers as brothers and family. So we coming wherever. Man, shout out to all of the brothers that have stood with me, that have stood with me, that are standing strong with me, even some of the ones that we may not communicate as frequently, but that have publicly made a statement about cleaning up our community. I love you. I appreciate you. I respect you. And if we got time, bro, can I really give some flowers to some of the brothers that we done worked with?
Pop it, bro.
Man,
let's just start there.
Man. I want to give a huge shout out. Behind the scenes, people may not know that this brother is a soldier, and he's intentional about finding ways to make things better for the children. Shout out our brother Zoo, CHF Zoo, CHF Law. Shout out our brother Mac, known as Mac 11 from Trumbull, a real solid member of the movement. This brother's a diehard member of the movement. Shout out our brother Gorilla Boy Nook. Shout out another brother named Fella from T Block. Shout out Aaron from East End, another hard-working soldier. Shout out Rocket from East End. Shout out King Dame from Chatham. Shout out Lil Marcus. Lil Marcus, another, he's super with it. Shout out Big Twan, who do all the skits with corporate. Shout out Crazy Cuz from East End. Shout out Ewo Samo Supreme, another brother locked in, die hard. Brother Rambo from Trumbull. Shout out Young Will, Eye of the Trenches, who record and document everything we doing in the community. Shout out Wody from Paxtown. Shout out Rico Shy. Shout out our brother Tavares, Red X. Shout out Shorty Fo from East End. Shout out EBK Juvie. Shout out Crazy James, another soldier super locked in with the movement. Shout out Benny from Cali. Shout out Blast from Cali. Shout out Shots from Chatham. Shout out Neon Dion. Shout out our big bro Bo Deal. Shout out Mark Levy. Shout out Talk Money. He a MC. Shout out 10K Kobe. And that's just the name of a few.
No 60-30s on there? No 60-30s?
Do we got? Hey, listen, I'm trying to tell Young I'm trying to tap in with him.
Call Young. Yeah, hit different.
He know I'm trying to tap in with him, man.
Yeah, hit different. Okay.
Shout out JB, Bin Laden.
Okay.
And listen, Yella know I've been trying to connect with Yella. He know that, but we gonna make it happen.
Because it's like y'all got the whole city on. I'm seeing a lot of names. I'm like, I know one of the guys coming up. They ain't helping the movement.
Hey, we gonna tap in.
Is pushing. They pushing violence. That's everybody who pushing peace.
It's everybody who working with us.
Come on, man. We need some 60-30s on that list. Let's start there. We know y'all watching.
But y'all locked in, though. Y'all locked in.
We getting the city together, man. Let's start there. Hit different.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know. But Lil Marcus, he not from 63rd. He not.
Nope.
But I think he may be under the GD for I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know what everybody is.
Okay. But that's another brother. And that's just to name a few, man. But definitely shout out FBG Young. Shout out all of the brothers, man, from 63rd, man. Like I said, I'm just ready. We just ain't got around to it yet, big bro. But a lot of them know I done reached out. And I'm going to keep reaching out. Maybe you can connect us, brother.
Look, that's what we here to do. It's about the unity, man.
Yes,
let's just start there.
Indeed.
This has been an official episode of Whoops with FYBJ, man, and the Goalden Chyld. It do it different.
You know.